You better believe when it comes to that little yellow app in a bag, I'ma have one.
So here's a message to Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci, and every company that's claiming that China's lying about manufacturing everything in China for you. Prove it to the consumer. Walk into your factory in France and show us a massive factory with hundreds of workers.
One market, and there are many other markets in Guangzhou. And also there are so many factories making all kinds of bags in Guangzhou. And why you should select and buy bags from us? What is our strong suit? Let me just tell you this. Our strongest suit is that we were the real OEM factory for those luxury brands.
All right, I don't know if you guys been on TikTok, but it's looking like Canal Street on 1,000 right now. Just be very careful who you're making your purchases from. Yes, they are exposing what's going on right now as far as like the top major brands, or should I say the luxury ones like Chanel, LV, Prada, Gucci, you know, even Nike. Not just only clothing, we're talking about cologne, perfume, we're talking about gym clothing, we're talking about appliances. Listen, the cat's out the hat right now. We are now learning that they are actually making these products in China right now, and then they ship it off to whatever country allegedly that it's saying on the tag. For example, you would get something that says made in Italy. Meanwhile, it was produced all the way in China and sent to said country, only for them to attach the tiny little label that says made in Italy or wherever they allege it's from, and not to forget their logo. That's it. It's just like what they do with the bootleg over here. You know how you can't really sell something bootleg, but as long as they don't have the logo, you can sell it all you want. What happens is when it gets to the US, that's when they slap the logo on it. So it's no difference. So if you had jokes on people buying bootleg clothes, I guess nowadays the joke is on you. Sit back and react. We're about to go ahead and go through this rabbit hole with the Chinese manufacturers, and I guess all of this is thanks to your man Donald Trump on them tariffs. This exposed a lot. So direct to consumer look like it's going to be for a lot of companies. Stay tuned. Let's see how this is going to play out. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's help this channel grow. Let me stop wasting your time. Let's go, baby.
The Chanel cosmetics, 80% are made in China and cost only $5. They just add the logo in France and charge you 10 to 40 times the price.
Crazy.
Close your eyes. If your Chanel cosmetics says made in China, will they feel cheaper? It's not about quality, it's about brand washing. Interesting fact, who makes Chanel cosmetics, 42% are crafted by Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap goods, we do understand luxury.
You know who is producing high quality accessories for those luxury brands like Chanel, Estee Lauder, L'Oreal?
You're saying you're the supplier behind all these beauty accessories for those big luxury brands? L'Oreal, MAC, Chanel, Bobbi Brown, and even Rosewood Hotel.
Last week we also received an order, Royce Den. Yeah, the comb like 20,000 pieces, one color.
Wholesalers, it's 2024 and you still don't know who are the suppliers behind Dior? Their knitwears and cardigans are from Beyond Garments from Hangzhou. Beyond Garments is also the supplier behind many
This is
luxury
crazy.
brands from America and Europe like Sandra, Maj, Versace. Second, most of the Dior's cosmetic products are actually produced by Taiho Group, which is also the supplier behind Lancome and Loewe. Third, 24-hour packaging technology from Shenzhen provide exquisite packaging and bags for Dior. Of course, Dior has their own factories in many countries, supplies different products for them.
Who are the suppliers behind Lululemon? Some of their yoga wears are actually from Xianglong Clothing and Hongqisheng Clothing. And guess what? Both factories located in Yiwu here. And these two factories
Lululemon
also supply
expensive,
clothing for Fila
Allegedly.
and Under Armour. I guess most of you know the price of Lululemon or other big brands. They sell you a legging pants for $100. And guess what? Here in these two factories, you can get them for around $5 to $6.
What?
Crazy. And what's even better? The material and the craftsmanship are basically the same because they all come the same production line. See, this is why people come to China and looking for the OEM factory because they just can get the cheapest and best quality product from there and sell you, I don't know how much.
Got me thinking now, what if IKEA products are actually really made in China? I'm just saying though, and simply because we don't see made in China, we assume it's a better quality and product. That's where the brainwashing is. Do you understand what's going on now? Let's continue.
Guys, if you want to know more about Lululemon or any other active wear brands,
So
I'm here gonna just hop on this Chinese manufacturer TikTok trend.
All
The
right.
price they're giving out is pretty accurate. I mean, a lot of stuff is really cheap. Thinking about that, like Walmart, Costco, those T-shirts you're getting, you spend $20. Most likely made in China, about like $1 or maybe 50 cents.
That's crazy.
So whenever you go to China, travel, all that kind of stuff, you don't even need to bring like suitcases. You don't need to bring any check-in cases. You just go there and buy whatever you need and put them in a package box.
Makes
As long
sense.
as you not go over like 50 pounds, you'll be fine. Just declare that as a personal use. You can get the makeups, t-shirts, bags, all that kind of stuff. Just personal use. That's fine. Yes, all this stuff are made by Chinese peasants. I wonder if Jerry Vance, why that guy have eyeliners? I mean, if MAGA people are so tough, why he put makeup? I mean, is he a pirate?
This is why this bag from our factory only cost you 1,000 USD.
That's
Y'all seen that
crazy.
TikTok by the Chinese guy exposing how luxury goods are actually
1,000
made?
and the
Basically,
markup is
he says
38,000.
most of the luxury brands we use every day are actually made in China, then shipped to Europe just to get rebranded and sold back to
Wow.
us at insane prices. Like a wedding ring that would cost $2 in China somehow turns into a $2,000 ring. China is the world's biggest
That's
manufacturing
crazy.
hub. 80% of your Gucci, made in China. 60% of your Prada, also made in China. Even Chanel, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Nike, you name it. The only real difference? China ships the products to Europe, slaps on a Made in France or Made in Italy label, and boom. Luxury? It's ridiculous. While people are out here clowning Shane and Temu for being cheap and low quality, the expensive stuff you think is handcrafted in Paris or Milan? Yeah, that's made in China too. So what are you really worried about? Come on, your mega hat?
One market, and there are many other markets in Guangzhou. And also there are so many factories making all kinds of bags in Guangzhou. And why you should select and buy bags from us? What is our strong suit? Let me just tell you this. Our strongest suit is that we were the real OEM factory for those luxury brands. We are the same group of people, the same group of artists
this is
who have been
ridiculous.
making the boutique bags for those luxury brands. We know how to make them real. We know how to make them good.
I heard it was tea that gatekeeping was back in because y'all girls are weird. But you know what? I have a lot of shoes, and I'm never going to gatekeep about where I get these shoes from. That little yellow app that y'all so ashamed of and that people really don't want to tell you
She
they
got a
get
lot
their
of
stuff
sneakers,
from.
not shoes.
I'm still getting my stuff from there. I went to the sneaker store yesterday. The price on these were crazy, okay? For what? They don't look the same? They don't look the same?
Those look real to me.
Stop. I'm about to
I
put
still
those on
gotta
right now.
feel it,
Still not
pause, but
convinced? Need
those
a little
look
bit more
real.
Convincing? Jordan 4th. Hello?
Okay. Those look official to me.
Come on now. Do
Y'all
y'all
let
see
me know in the
I'm not wearing
comments.
nothing that
They look
crazy.
official?
Okay, so if I'm wearing it, please know it's doing what needs to be done. Like, come on. Stop playing with them. You want to see one more? Hold on. I got
She
these ones
bought
for my son. They my
multiple
favorite
pairs.
sneaker, but I got them from him. Vamiros? Stop. So freaking cute. Everything in your life is made in China, yet you don't trust that little yellow app. Very confusing, but hey.
What's
More for me.
the little
If y'all
yellow
tryna
app?
tap in,
Y'all
go
let
to
me
my
know.
website.
I keep
FYP
seeing
is
that.
full of these videos from China just sharing how they manufacture luxury goods and how they're trying to just go straight to the consumers now and they don't even want to work with these brands. It seems like I'm surprised more people didn't know that they'll, like, for example, if they're doing like a luxury bag, they'll probably make the majority of the bag in China and then they'll ship it back to whatever country it is, and then in that country they'll either add some finishing touches or they'll add their logo or some sort of something, right? They'll add something. So that allows them to be able to write made in Italy.
That's crazy right there. So basically, as long as they rebrand it in their country, that's it. It could say that it's made in their country. And turn around and tell you, which I don't understand why the country makes a difference of how they price it. You understand what I mean? I don't understand it. So it's like, are they always trying to tell you that stuff from China is cheap to keep you away from China so that you don't realize that that's where everything is being manufactured at? I mean, if that is so, then that's kind of clever right there. They got away with it for quite a while. And I'm sure our government understood, but hey, listen, at the end of the day, this is big business. You can't get upset. If you were in their shoes, you would do the same thing too. But now that we all on point, listen, this can't continue any longer. We gotta cut this out. This gotta stop. There's some guy that actually, I believe I saw a video on Instagram where he explains something in a case where he's saying this is not really nothing against China or against the US. It's really just against all the luxury brands. Y'all let me know in the comments. What do you think is the reason?
Made in America, not 100% made in America. And I'm surprised more people don't know that. But like the quality for China products are just as good. We always had this assumption that China goods are not good, but it's all propaganda at this point. And all I see right now is that China is going to keep growing and surpassing all the other countries. This is a long time coming because for a really long time, a lot of people looked down on China, but now more people are traveling to China and seeing the reality of the situation.
You better believe when it comes to that little yellow app in a bag, I'ma have one. Let me show y'all some of my favorite bags that I got from our favorite site. I'm gonna start with this green bucket bag. I mean, she speaks for herself. It doesn't matter what you wear with her, she's gonna make a statement. Hence why I had to have it. Super cute and the color is everything. Moving on to my LV Cousin bags. I mean, what is not to like about these bags? I got it in silver and like a cream color. I love how they give like that accordion effect. And there's so much space in these bags. Pretty much 3 full-size pockets. You can put whatever in this bag. It's like a real quality chain, like not flimsy at all.
Shoes to go with them purses.
It has the LV monogram print. The silver might be my favorite one out of the two, but I do wear this cream one a lot. Moving on to this Jack Moose bag.
She's
it's
a
cherry
number one
red patent
consumer.
leather Jack
See
Moose
this?
bag. She is very small, but mighty. I can't really get a whole lot in this bag. It is kind of small, but she does come as a crossbody, so hands-free. Love that for me. This is actually a bag that I've been wearing all week. It's full of junk right now, so don't mind that. But the LV Alma BB bag, it's just like a staple. Like this bag is, this is an it girl bag.
The Chinese takedown of luxury goods is wild right now because luxury goods are a huge source of soft power for the West. Soft power is power through things like culture, music, even language. Like US TV shows, that's a form of soft power because it makes the US aspirational and desirable in some ways. So with luxury brands, Fendi, Prada, Gucci, these Birkins, it creates this aspiration for the West, or aspiration to be European in a way, showing that Europe is this gold standard of quality.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand why a nation makes a difference on how much you're gonna sell these things for, when in reality, it could be the same thing here. Because if you get the products, if you get the material from them, straight from them, and make it out here, I mean, okay, yeah, you gotta pay people a different wage out here to make it, but at the same time, you still gonna make a large profit. I really don't get it. I guess they just want to make all the profit that they can, which again, I don't knock it. I don't knock the hustle. I don't knock the hustle, because if I was in their shoes, I would want the most I could get at the same time. But like I said, now that we know, hey, I feel sorry for y'all. And Birkins, we need to know exactly how much they charge to make those, because those bags, as we know, are hard to get. I heard you have to actually have a meeting with them or set an appointment, and that's like very hard to do. They hand select who the buyers are. I don't know. That's weird if you ask me. Maybe that's why, but let's go.
But when China's revealing that 80% of anything you buy that's Gucci is made in China, that over 60% of anything that you buy from Prada is made in China, that the only difference is that they send it over to Europe and then they stitch on a made in France or made in Italy little label.
That's crazy.
It's the ultimate pulling the curtain on the Wizard in the Wizard of Oz and showing that there actually is no real magic and power in the person who's controlling Oz. I think it's going to be really interesting because there is such a stigma of something that's made in China. There's this perception of lesser quality in the West, but when you reverse that paradigm, when you show that all these goods that you thought were better because they came from Italy or France or wherever, when actually, in actuality, it comes from China.
Crazy.
So here's a message to Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci, and every company that's claiming that China's lying about manufacturing everything in China for you. Prove it to the consumer. Walk into your factory in France and show us a massive factory with hundreds of workers, if not thousands.
You got a point.
And show us that they're all starting from the beginning process.
Let's see it. Pause.
Meaning from the very beginning, from the first stitch, from the first cut of cloth or leather. Show us.
Let's see
And
the
I bet
process.
you can't, because you're lying. Because the laws, the way they're set up now, as long as 70% or 80% of the goods are built in China and then they ship it to you in France and you finish the last 20 or 30%, you could staple it as made in France. But the consumers now know. So just know that if you're watching this video, it's 100% true. It's all being made in China. And then
That's
they're ripping
crazy.
you off. So just don't buy from them anymore and buy from China.
Hey, I guess we're gonna start buying from China from now on, if you understand what I'm saying, right? What do you think about the situation right here? Go in the comments and let me know how you feel. For all of the consumption that you've done throughout the years, do you think the value makes sense? The price, do you think that it really makes sense? Now, after hearing all of this right here, I'm starting to question everything. I'm talking about even this pop filter, everything. You know how much money I pay for this microphone? How much money you pay for your laptop or the phone that you're looking at to see this video? Huh? Think about that right there. We all been bamboozled. Nothing really costs what it is. What is the value of anything? It's only what we give it. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, never forget, we are the one in control of the power, not them. Never forget that right there. But as long as you become that nice little robot who wants to be a consumption god, then guess what? They're going to have you by the balls. With that being said, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Don't get bamboozled out here.